Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Full Eclipse podcast. I feel like it's been a week and a half since we did our last episode. So I'm just glad to be back. It's Virt. I'm here with Pickle. We've got Synarchy filling in for Ghost, and then we've got the one and only Tool here for his regular banter. But today, we also have a special surprise for you guys, and I'm not even just going to say it. I'm just going to have Pickle throw it on screen. Throw the surprise on screen.
Jump scare.
Holy jump scare from away. We have the owner of CGL himself, Headrammer, with us today on the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy to be here. It's always good to get on a podcast and yap a little bit.
Yeah, indeed.
We do a lot of yapping. We do that.
Well, we do have some questions that we would like to ask about the, upcoming CGL season, but, one thing I forgot that's very important to talk about that we get into this is yesterday, not even yesterday, 2 days ago, Tuesday. Big update came out for Overwatch. There's a lot of things that we have to cover, but Wuyang was dropped, and I figured we could go ahead and talk about this because Coach Tool really wanted to. So I'll let you guys lead that conversation because I don't really care about Wuyang.
So I'll go first. I think the hero is the most fun hero they've added into the game ever. My personal opinion on him, he's super fun. I actually think he's super playable. I won't really go into what comps I think he's playable in because I'm going to save that for myself. But I think he is extremely fun and he's a pretty good character. And yeah, I don't know. It's the most unique hero they've added because of his shooting style where you have to actually track. It's just very unique and I love everything about him. So that's my thoughts on Wuyang. Best hero ever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, honestly. You're right. The whole mechanic of controlling where it goes after you fire things was something I didn't picture in my mind as a game mechanic that would be a thing, but no, it's cool and difficult at the same time. It kind of breaks my brain a little bit in some aspects because when I think of the whole aiming afterwards thing, I'm almost thinking of a homing missile, and that it can. But the fact that it only always travels forward and you still have to go from there kind of hurts my brain a little bit. And it takes time to get better at it. But you're right though. I haven't played a ton of them, but I played more of them during the hero trial, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think he's terrible into D.Va though.
I would agree. I would agree with you on that one. Yeah. That's one of his counters. I agree.
He's all, in my opinion as well. He's not very good into fires. Far Echo as well are really nuts into him just because it's so hard to track him out of the air. But people will get good enough eventually with him, and it'll just kind of be the same thing we've seen with every other projectile character. They'll get good enough eventually.
Especially if you're playing at a little bit of range, because he can fire that stuff pretty dang far, and just spam damage people, and especially if it's an empowered shot, it does decent damage and can really take a lot of the resources out of people and try to engage.
That's true.
Yeah, there's been times I just snipe people out of the sky for just for free because they just happen to be there when I'm firing the projectile or something along those lines.
Just
does a lot of damage.
One of my earliest experiences playing with the character was I think it was what was it? We were playing in stack of a few of us in quick play, and we were playing on Busan Mecha Base, and that choke people hold around the corner where a lot of us are kind of low around the corner, and there's Wuyang just fire 3 shots in a row around the corner, just 1, 2, 3, which dead, and we're okay, I guess this guy's got it down a little bit.
That's my favorite part of the character is just randomly killing somebody around a corner. I don't even know where you are, and I just kill you. It's my
favorite. Yeah, power shot doing a body shot of a sniper rifle is a little bit much, but hey.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, my opinion on Wuyang is different than all of y'all's. He is fun to play. He's definitely a new kid. I will have to say, hands down, this is the best year for hero releases that Overwatch has had ever. In terms of hero design and characters and stuff like that, in my opinion, at least for the Overwatch 2 era. Just how unique everyone's kits have been and stuff has been really, really, really cool. But I think there's people that do things that Wuyang wants to do and better already in the support cast. I'm not too high on him, but as I say this, I'm sure some team in Diamond tier, or any tier for that fact, is gonna, or even the pros, because I said the same thing about Juno, is gonna pull him out and just go crazy with him.
I mean, DB will play him. Pickle, what is your thoughts on the character?
I honestly think it's a really cool design. Whenever they teased the hero Aqua a year or two ago, I was interesting. How can water be a source of healing? And I would have never expected that. You throw water puddles towards people. If Cuddle Puddle does not run him, I'm gonna be in shambles because that's like that's your
A
team.
betrayal of their name.
Like
A
you're
betrayal of their
throwing
name.
puddles at people. Please play the
So
guy.
true. I will make sure that they run Wuyang. I will make it a requirement of them
Wait,
to
yeah,
run
they're with you
Wuyang.
now.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
two.
they're
We'll
in
get to that
Overwatch.
later. We'll
Yeah,
get to
we
that
can
later.
do it later. Yeah.
So talked about Wuyang here a little bit. I mean, unless y'all have any more thoughts to add, I'd like to
No.
shift gears because I'm not a huge fan on this character. I don't. Maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe I'm just a
Yeah,
hater.
you're just a hater.
Censorship
I'm just a
live
hater,
on the
bro.
podcast.
He's just a hater.
Censorship live. I believe in censorship, and somebody can clip that. Now,
Oh,
I'm
Okay.
playing.
Clip that right now.
I'm getting it.
No. Anyway, we are here a little bit early. Today is the day before CGL registration closes for season 16. And there's been a lot of off-season stuff that we want to talk about, but we have literally the owner of CGL here, bro. And so I have some questions I want to ask because I don't feel like we are comparable because I own a small little league and you own not even a league, a server, and you own like this crazy. I mean, I've heard that CGL. I don't know if this is true, so maybe I can ask. Does CGL only do Overwatch, or are there other games involved? I'm pretty sure there are. And do you oversee those, or just the Overwatch side?
Yeah, sure. I mean, CGL before it was called CGL started out as Overwatch only, and there was a period of time where we were running tournaments for say, 10 plus games at the same time.
Mm.
And then over the years we kind of like scaled down on the back a little bit for that stuff and kind of refocused more into mostly just Overwatch. We still do a little bit of our fighting game stuff still, but then you might see a little bit more of that in coming up. But I
Ooh.
would say Overwatch is by
Ooh.
far our most common title and by far our largest. It's our longest running, it's our largest, and
Yeah.
it's the one I hear out the most. And to
Mhm.
answer your general question, I don't really interact with the other games as much. Like, I might help out if needed kind of thing. And even
Right.
during the era where we had like 10 plus games, it was one of those situations where like we kind of had the structure of there was like say CGO like org staff overall here, and then below it we would have like game leads for each game, and then they would
Mhm.
have like sub staff below them that they would
Mhm.
manage the entire thing with their game essentially. And then obviously we would talk weekly and like figure out what they need, etc., give them what they need, etc. But they
Mhm.
kind of manage running their entire game by themselves.
Fair enough. I gotta ask, bro. When I was running the Eclipse Gaming Summer Showdown, we were talking about it a little bit off stream. I thought day 3 was successful because I didn't get any angry DMs from people afterwards. How do you handle a league of this magnitude? I mean, like, it's almost 17,000 members. I think Diamond Tier is going to have upwards of like 14, maybe 16 teams register, and that's
If
not
they
even the
sign
biggest
up.
one.
You gotta
Freaking
sign
That's
open
up.
always the
You
tier.
gotta
question,
sign
yeah.
up.
Those are the teams that are actively being made, but we don't know if they'll finish sign-ups.
Yeah, and then freaking open tier. I'm pretty sure they got like 40 teams last season or something like that. It was close to. How do you that like? How do you deal with the stress of that, bro? I don't know
I
if
mean,
I could.
I mean, it's one of those things where like realistically, there's a kind of combination of things that like either you learn over the years that make it easier, or you develop over the years that make it easier, and you don't usually just go from one team to say hundreds of teams or whatever. Like this, usually most of the time it builds up over time, and
Mhm.
so you have those chances to kind of like figure out what works, figure out what doesn't, develop some things to make it easier. I mean, there was times where most of our stuff was manual. I mean, we have our roster site right now, which makes a lot of things easier. So like, I've kind of from a work standpoint of like things to do, we've generally taken the philosophy of like, let's try to automate as much stuff as we can, so
Mhm.
that simply adding a new team doesn't mean we have to do more work.
Right.
Because you end up in a lot of situations where like if adding a team then requires so much more work, then it's kind of just a giant pain for everyone involved. And usually the work
Right.
that, and especially like in terms of automating things, we try to automate things away that are like the annoying or boring part of things, like the things that are
Yeah.
not like enjoyable to do, or don't really require a human to do it. Like a human's required a little bit from a standpoint of like doing customer support and stuff like that, such as like the questions channel. And putting on things like broadcasts or whatever. But and it does, so adding another team does increase support load a little bit. But if 20 more teams join, at worst, we verify a little more SR, but that's because it goes the part that took the most time for verifying SR wasn't necessarily the verifying of SR in the past. It was like, because Google Forms and Sheets were pretty limited, so you had to like, read a row line, copy the link to like the Google Drive thing, paste it into like another window to open it, and then view it, and then like go back and forth like that and put it in different places. But because like the system like automatically embeds the image, puts all the information beside, you can just click a button, approve or deny. It's pretty easy from that standpoint to like go through a large bulk of them at a time. And obviously, it's not a one-man show. We have a number of people that make this a lot easier. From the standpoint of both on the broadcast, I have like 2 leads of broadcast that manage both our producers and our casters. Obviously, I have Fish, who's my head admin, which helps a lot when bringing on new staff and making sure there's additional administrative capacity to do things. Obviously, we brought on a lot of new mods recently. That make the process of doing support load a lot easier. And the goal a lot of times is to take out a lot of the work that isn't enjoyable, because like, you want people to be kind of motivated to do what they do, and if they do the grueling task day in and day out of like, doing work that's really annoying that probably could be automated, it's like you're probably not going to stick around a long time.
Valid. Fair enough. Well, I only have 2 more questions. I don't know if any of y'all want to ask anything, but I think one of my other questions would be, what is, like, in your experience, what is the worst part, hands down? What's the worst thing that you have to deal with every season for CGL?
I mean, I want to give 2 separate answers to this one. I think at different times it changes. So for me, some of the worst times of the season is during the sign-up period, because it's usually like one of the most stressful times from the standpoint of, it's kind of like, when it comes to running a season, a lot of the work happens before the season starts. And during the seasons, I actually prefer seasons over the weekend tournaments a lot more, because the season spread over a much longer period of time. You kind of have a lot more time to do the work involved, and the week-to-week stuff isn't that much compared. Obviously, there's the broadcast stuff, but like, if there's something that needs to happen before mid-season, I have 4 weeks to do that kind of thing if I really have to. There's a lot more. Whereas if it's a weekend tournament, because we do multiple regions, takes up my entire weekend if I'm there.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
So the signups are stressful because, admittedly, it's mostly because the teams make it stressful in that they wait till the end. So like towards the end, I'm like, just like, you see the questions trying to go through. Reactive. I know Synarchy's been very active recently there for help with us, and seen how it gets more and more active towards the end, verifying someone to ranks as people wait until the very last second. So that stuff's pretty stressful. There's also like some part of like the on that same boat of things. There's because so many people wait till the end. It's one of those things. It's very hard to judge at a base level. Are we hitting the numbers we want, kind of thing, until the very end. Like, after doing it for so many years, I understand that like sometimes like oftentimes like quadruple in the final 2 days, kind of thing. But it doesn't mean it makes it less stressful to not see where it is, where it ends, kind of thing. And that that's one of those things that like, there's always that a little bit of that internal self-doubt, like, oh, have we failed this time? Have we not? And then like, it usually works out in the end, and you're like, fine. But it's like, it's a little stressful from that standpoint. And then during the season stuff, I mean, the stuff I dislike the most is when we have to deal with people problems. Whether it's like someone cheating or just stupid drama for some reason, and it's like to a point where we have to be involved. Like, usually I don't have to be involved unless it gets to more of a serious thing, because I don't like doing that stuff. I can do it, I don't like doing it, so that's why I have more of a CR team to do that kind of stuff. But usually I have to get involved. Like, a lot of these issues, like, we have a pretty I'd say overall pretty detailed rule set of what is and isn't allowed, but there's a lot of times there are things that come in that are not black and white. You have to figure out, like, I mean, there could be a lot of situations too, like, say it's an instance of cheating. There could be something you're fairly certain this person's probably cheating, but you realistically need to have something to remove most of the things that would make something inconclusive. So like, you don't. It's worse to punish someone that's innocent than it is to punish someone that's guilty, kind of thing.
Like Rev's
so like,
hands.
Yeah, exactly. But things like that, I don't care. So screw hand cam stuff in the end. Like, hand cam isn't a punishment in the end. Like, that's one of those things that I view it more as like they're removing somebody from it. Like, if I'm going to avoid your result in a match, or if I'm going to remove you from the tournament or something like that, that's a much bigger deal than it's just hand camming someone. Hand cam things ends up being more of a precaution. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is there anything
Chief,
like you want to
my
like demonstrate, like about hand cams and what not to do while you're here? Because I know Rev has been asking a couple times of, "Hey, can you free
no,
my
he hasn't.
hands?
No, he
Headrammer,
hasn't.
free my hands." He changed his server name in the Eclipse server to Headrammer, don't free my hands. So
What?
Yeah, I did see
My
that.
question is like, and this I guess would not really a question, it's more like a statement. I don't know which team reported Rev last season, but he had a hand cammed game in the grand finals of CGL season 14 because everyone had a hand cam, and he dominated. And then it's just like someone's still, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna get angry. But anyway, um, but yeah, I think my only other question was like, how long have you been doing this? Because I know we're like 7. I'm pretty sure I joined CGL in season 11 on that
Mhm.
team that shall not be named. That's actually coming back, which
Oh.
is crazy. There's a team, well, if they sign up, there's a team I'm pretty sure it was the first team I played on. It was part of the first org I played with when I got into the scene. And, well, I'm not going to say this is Gossip Girl, but I left them for a reason. And I saw that they were asking questions a couple weeks ago about signups and stuff. So I'm curious to see what happens there. But anyway, I've only been involved since season 11. I mean, and I don't know if like you inherited this, if you took it over, if you started it, like how did, because I know there were previous CGL owners.
Correct. Yeah.
Um, so I'm not really sure like what happened there. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. So I joined the server before it was called CGL in season 4 of the league.
Okay.
And that was February of 2018.
Oh
Is when I
wow.
joined the server. Um, and it was entering its 4th season, and I happened to find it via I think it was my kind of more IRL friends kind of had stopped playing it, whatever, and I wanted to take it a little more seriously, and I happened to find a link on Reddit to a server called the Overguard. Um, and the Overguard at the time was a tournament operator that primarily did PlayStation stuff. They did a little bit of Xbox stuff too, for Overwatch. But inside the Overguard server, I found a link to the CGL server. At the time, it was called OWXL, Overwatch Xbox League.
Oh
And
okay.
so I, put out an LFT post and responded to some LPs, did some trials, whatever. And what's it called? Got a few offers for teams. At the time, I had an offer for with like a Masters team and a Diamonds team. I was kind of like the tiers were different back then for like where the interrupt was. There was much more variability where you could be. So like I was like mid Masters at the time, essentially, or like low to mid Masters.
Yeah.
Um, and I had, like I said, I had offers from like a Masters team and Diamond team. I ended up going with the Diamond team because they were more fun to play with as people. Like the Masters team was a little toxic and it wasn't as fun. Um, and we played our first season and we didn't win a single game.
Oh
But
geez.
it was one of those situations where they were a team that moved up from the Plat division, and even the Plat division already, they had a pretty wild rank range from like, this team had a range in the end from gold to masters. So like it was one of those. It was a pretty wide range team playing in masters tier. Sorry, playing
Yeah.
diamond, and so because of that, like, there was a pretty big mismatch between skills of different people, which then just comes with mismatched expectations. I still really enjoyed playing with them, but like it's a rough
Right.
team when you move up to that much. They moved up to pick up me and one of my friends to go into there, so that otherwise they would have stayed down there. So it was one of those things that like it was a bit rough, but I still liked competing for the first time, and like throughout that season, kind of started like helping out periodically and kind of like questions stuff like that, like both
Yeah.
answering things that I knew or like sometimes helping like calm some random drama down or whatever by just being
Right.
stupid and making people laugh, etc. And then I started modding then eventually for it, um, and just doing some basic mod stuff. And then eventually, like, I kind of like woke up one day and then like had a message from one of the admins saying like, "You're on my team now," like for contact like staff version team, because this person managed a team that's called the Season Operations team,
Uh huh.
which isn't a team that exists anymore. But it's essentially at the time it was essentially the team that managed all logistics with like tournament
Yeah.
signups, roster adjustments, rules, that kind of
Like a
stuff.
tournament team, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I kind of worked under them for a little bit and learned how things were done in the way they were at the moment, but also had a lot of ideas how to make things better because, coming from more of a technical background in my standpoint, I have a lot of experience doing like various coding things and like automating things and just ways that you can remove a lot of the manual work from things.
Yeah.
But like, the org also had its way of doing things. You can't just like, oh, we're gonna change all the stuff overnight kind of thing.
Valid.
And then eventually like the org wanted to take things a little more seriously, and it's when like the rebrand of CGL happened. We added more platforms, more regions. We that's when they expanded to many more games, and as part of that, a lot of the current ownership, which was like a few people, moved up from the Overwatch heads to like the org heads essentially, because there's about to be multiple games sort of thing. And as part of that, I moved up to be like the person that ran the season operations team at that point.
Okay.
And so I implemented a bunch of things to make that better. And as things went on, what's it called? I kind of like became like the Overwatch head, which then led into being a part member of the ownership group, etc. And then what's it called? I mean, there was a fairly large ownership group towards the beginning for a while. Mostly just people kind of like periodically left over time, just due to like life mostly.
Yeah.
Like at the time I joined the ownership group, I was the youngest person in the ownership group for like 20 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like 20 something, like low 20s, and joined it, and like the youngest person close to me was like 40 something.
Jesus Christ.
But I think that's like
And
but I
now
think
the
it's one of
roles
those
are
things that
reversed.
okay, I'm not 40 something, but yeah, I'm getting a little older. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think that was actually some of the things that really helped out the foundations of the org initially. Was we kind
Yeah.
of had a little bit of like, I'm not gonna say like if you're young you can't run something professionally, but I think having at least a foundations of maturity already kind of like through that part of your life can help a lot when starting up something, because like a lot of these people that start up tournaments or leagues kind of fail due to a number of reasons. Either I would say probably the most common one is that they just get bored and stop doing it. So there's not a level of stability for it.
Right.
Two, maybe like a lack of maturity, like I'm not being able to handle situations properly or handle conflict right. Which, can come with experience and also age.
Yeah.
And the ability to like kind of like what's it called? Collaborate on things, which could be sometimes hard if egos are involved. And I think it worked out pretty well with the foundation they made, which helped for me learning from them from a few of the situations and building kind of a foundation that I was able to like adopt and grow over time. And like I said, they were already at like a later part of their life themselves, so some of them stopped working on it when they got married, some stopped when they had kids, kind of thing. Some were already married and had kids and then stopped doing it. I just got busy with life, so most of them kind of just like eventually kind of slowly stepped out over time with that stuff.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Now there's only really there's pretty much only 2 owners left. I'm the one who primarily manages the day-to-day stuff, and then there's one owner who came out of Overwatch stuff as well, but generally managed some more of our other games.
Oh. A mysterious owner. A hidden
Serious owner? I
owner.
mean, his name's Nips. He's in the server.
Not a mystery at all.
No.
Well, that was an interesting.
You would have seen him more during, so like say like the 2019, 2020ish era of Overwatch.
Well, I think I can
saw him
speak for all of us.
one day that he put the terrible tier list that somehow was still better than Tools.
My tier lists are the
funny.
best. No one's allowed to make fun of them. They're the best.
Yeah. But anyway, what I will say is I think I could speak on behalf of all of us when we say thank you for what you do, because it makes all of the Diamond crap talk so much more fun because we get to do it.
Exactly.
You mentioned egos, and my first thought immediately went to Tool, but
I got the giantest one. It's okay. I at least know I have an ego though, right? And I don't let it get too far typically. So, but
I mean, he even built his name around it too.
exactly. You get it.
So-
You get it.
So I want to ask Synarchy as we shift over to our next gear, which is like there's been some Overwatch glitches with this new season. I was playing my ranked game yesterday, and I got freaking kicked mid-ranked game. Junk was I mean, not that I placed high anyway, but it's fine. That's why I'm retired. I fell off for real. No, but Synarchy, bro, what's going on with this aim assist thing? I heard there was some.
Wait,
Is it
what?
fixed? Is it not?
I know Headrammer had a bit of research done, but me and Rev kind of followed up on it after he had to go do something. But yeah, what we found with like Game Assist is that like for some reason we don't know why it is happening. It still works in crossplay like how it did before, but it only works while the person is moving. There was a few clips that we had somewhere floating around in Diamond Chat, and I think got put in a bug report.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were just basically like there was multiple times where like you'd just be standing still, it wouldn't do a single thing, like it looked like you're on, it would look like it's not even there. But then the second you just so much as press W, A, S, or D, or in the case of a controller, just the left joystick, it would just hard lock onto somebody or start moving. And the second you stop moving, it would instantly just go away again.
That's
It's
so
also
weird.
it's also like noticeably weaker too.
Yeah, that was something that Rev pointed out especially because I brought him in because I haven't played controller since season 1 of Overwatch 2, so. It
Cupid's
literally
about to
was
fall
like a-
off, bro. Cupid's about to fall off so hard.
Ooh.
I have
I
designed-
want to see that as aim assist.
Yeah, because when this new support came out, I had plans to kind of sit down and go through and to like test everything about it, so I'd understand it. Both because there's some weird wording in like the patch notes for how something was going to be, how that kind of stuff was going to be handled, but also because you know, when adding mouse and keyboard support to console, you know, we have to take into account for our own stuff. So I need to understand how it works. If I have to update the hand cam guide and stuff like that with some more guidelines, etc. And so I was running through this whole list of things I wanted to test. And one of the things I was going to test was that, like, because the wording in the patch notes kind of... Basically, there was a wording that said, playing in the mouse and keyboard pool when using a controller would not give you aim assist, kind of thing. And that was kind of what sparked a lot of the dive into this one. And my assumption was that it was kind of, like, poorly worded because of... because it was talking about using a controller from PC, but it didn't specifically mention that. So I was confused. I want to test it on that standpoint for things initially because mainly for 2 reasons. One, I play a lot of my friend group's pretty split between console and PC, so we play a lot of cross-play, quick play. And 2, and like currently the way it works, if you put PC player, you get put in the PC lobbies and you have aim assist for your console controller. But also this also matters a lot for custom games.
Yeah.
Where, you know, in the past, there was a time in Overwatch where adding a single PC player to the lobby would remove aim assist for every console player in it. So like this was important stuff. Was a lot of hybrid things, and especially when it comes to broadcast as well, having a spectator in the lobby. So I wanted to run a lot of tests for it, and when I was testing it, I was like, okay, like something feels weird here because like it's like it kind of like feels like I don't have it, but at the same time I'm playing better than if I didn't have it. Because like, you know, periodically I'll plug in my controller into PC, and like it's a pretty terrible experience to be honest, but I do it sometimes to play ranked with people on PC. And like it's pretty rough. It greatly reduces the heroes I can play. And like I'm doing better than that, and my aim is like it's noticeably worse, but it's not like I don't have it at all worse. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like something's wrong here, and I don't understand what it is. I can't tell if it's not there or if we're just like weaker. And that's kind of what prompted more looking into this more.
Well, the CGL season starts next week, right? Next week, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, obviously, hopefully, I'm assuming after. I actually think a hotfix patch is going to come out today as we're broadcasting this, because usually they do it 2 to 3 days after the patch comes out. So I have a feeling a lot of these things will be resolved, but I don't think it'll have too big of an effect on the CGL season. Hopefully,
Has a one-shot combo.
It's already been.
Yeah.
That one's
They already
got
fixed some bugs.
Oh, that
yesterday.
one patched too? Okay, thank God. I didn't read that one got patched. Thank Christ.
As of 10:30 a.m. Eastern, they released.
Okay, got to pay. Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Nice. Because I remember because I don't even play Cassidy, but my Cupid, my brother, he's a hit scan player. We were looking at the patch notes, and I was like, wait, I think the silver bullet thing's like destroy. And I ended up figuring out, I was like, wait a minute, you can one shot things with Cass here, and he was like, what? And he was just cheesing, and I was like, surely they're gonna fix this, surely, because that's just 290 damage is insane. I want to shift over to a different conversation. One that Headrammer might know less about, and this is where our expertise comes in. And that's going to be some very late off-season. I don't even know if we can call it drama. I don't think there's much drama
anymore.
but a lot of changes. We have Stalemate as a new team, Rat Milkers falling apart, Cloud coming back to play, and I just like so many things happened in the span of like 2. It felt like all of these things happened all at the same time.
Cuddle joined over.
Oh yeah, and Cuddle,
org, so.
Cuddle joined DB's org. Stalemate is a sister's team. All I want to say is, and I'm sure Headrammer can probably confirm this, I know Solar probably wasn't the first team that had a sister team playing the same bracket at the same time. But all y'all, I'm watching you guys. Freaking DB gets a sister team a season after Solar, and then Stalemate comes right after Checkmate, bro. I'm watching all y'all. I'm taking notes.
I do have something to comment about the whole Stalemate Checkmate thing.
I guess y'all are taking notes. Actually, I'm not. Y'all are taking notes for real.
I just wanted them to join because I noticed they weren't in an org. I said, "Fuck it, I like Huddle, so you all can join my org." Or not my
This
org.
is just
I guess,
one
but
big
like our org.
elaborate ruse to poach Geo and get him on Death Blossoms, isn't it? Tell me, Tool. Tell me. Isn't that what it is?
100%. Geo and Brooke are going to be on Death Blossoms and Masters next season. Confirmed.
Also, I have something funny about Brooke I want to say in a second, but go ahead, Pickle.
For Stalemate, the whole goal was not of making a sister team for Checkmate. The whole goal was there were some really baller players that got dropped from an organization that deserved to play. And so, I wasn't gonna say it, but they deserved a chance to play on a natural team with the staff. So me and Synarchy came together and we were like, hey, we're gonna make a CGO rejects team. We're still gonna think of a name, and a lot of it was talks with bringing back Oops All Vibes with a new roster, but unfortunately that plan didn't work out. And I was talking to Ghost and Reese, and I was like, hey, do you want like another team? You guys don't manage it at all. You do not have a single say in the team.
No say.
But yeah, you don't get a single say, but it'll be a part of the org. And Ghost is like, as long as you do the work and I don't have to do anything, you can have it. And so I was like, okay, so
you know what? Ghost is a king for that.
Yeah. Also, there was an incident of, we were trying to get a Nebula team together and that didn't pan out. And part of it was on me. So, he just was like, if you want it, you're going to have to do the work and can't chicken out like last time. So,
that's why I'm here. I'm kidding. Pickle's done most of the work with that team. I'm mostly just here to make sure they do their signups correctly.
Yeah, also WSIN.
9% of my job's been.
Bro's literally just the mod for them.
That's personal mod.
I spent today teaching them how to get inactive accounts, but it told Theory to go to questions. It's been a very fun time.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see the interaction where like, I know why you're here. ? Inactive.
I know why you're here.
Because I was the one who told him he should get it inactive because he hasn't played on it since Overwatch 2 dropped. I was like, why do you still have it marked? Why are you still Overwatch 1 seasons for it?
I think a team that could use a personal remod, and I don't even gotta say it, y'all know what I'm saying, is Rat Milkers, bro. What the heck is going on with them? Bro, listen, I don't want to look. They might not even sign up for CGL. Signups are what, tomorrow? They end tomorrow night.
They run it out of time. They run it out of time there. They better not be dodging. That's all I'm hearing.
They had Makumi on tank. They had Satrugo, or whatever his face is, off of the Lucio on Tracer. I heard that Brooke trialed for them, and Cloud asked Brooke, so you're going to join Rat Milkers? And he said, no, I just wanted to play more Overwatch. Which, honestly...
That's fire.
I stand that, bro. I stand that, bro.
I love Brooke.
Please don't wait till the last second, please.
Please.
Yeah, no.
They're going to be last second. They're going to be last second if they are signing up.
Teams that I know are going to be signing up tomorrow, and it's like, please, no more. Because I know a few.
I thought Solar wasn't signed up. I forgot that Solar was the first team to sign up. I forgot that happened.
Congratulations.
No, Checkmate was the first team to sign up.
We were second. Checkmate beat us first.
Yeah, Checkmate was the first. The blasphemy. Okay. You think you have to be so much better.
My fault.
We were the first ones
I don't even run Solar. I don't run Solar. I don't run Solar, bro.
This guy just wants all the credit. I just want all the credit.
Sometimes one of the nice convenient things when if you have a tournament before that happens to use the exact same ranks as the next one, it's like it ends up being a one-click button if you're the your team doesn't change the roster for it.
Everyone who played Goats instantly signed up because it was like we had to do it for Goats anyways. So
it's pretty fire. Now, as I said this, I don't necessarily run Solar because I don't. I mean, now when I saw signups were getting close, I reached out to the captain. I was like, hey, y'all might want to sign up. And then they sent a screenshot from like August 15th, and I was like, oh, that's why I don't run it anymore because they're better than I was. I would have signed up 2 days ago.
I do distinctly remember hearing a lot of things in questions from the Goats tournament of Virt told us signups were like this. And they weren't like this, or something like that.
Ooh,
crazy.
Virt, bro.
So, Headrammer's actually no longer going to be on this episode anymore.
You just see my camera disappear.
Yeah, just go ahead and get his camera off screen. We're going to go on mute.
Yeah, just going to remove that real quick.
Perfect. But speaking of Solar in a different sense, I guess, Cloud spent an entire summer kind of in limbo. Some people knew about it, some people didn't. Like, I didn't know if he was going to play for Solar at any point. And the rumors, not really rumors because I can see, and I'm sure y'all have heard him. I think he's actually said something, is that he is coming back to play for Solar. So my question is, Solar made the Summer Showdown Grand Finals without Cloud at tank. And they lost. And they got their butts handed to them. It was a big old whooping. But where do we think they stand now with Cloud back in the fray of things? Like, I mean, Synarchy might be biased because he plays with the guy.
Top three.
You know.
Top three. That's all.
Without him, I feel like we're not in the top 3. That's a little.
I mean, like I said, they have winning culture. Now you're adding another portion of that winning culture back. Reverts gets to play his main role, I would assume. So
Maybe.
I will say there are many other changes beyond Cloud as well. There was many other changes made after the Summer Showdown, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything about it, so I will not.
I will say my roster change actually here in a little bit. I want to.
Oh yes.
I want to close the.
Yes.
I want to close the stream with it just so everybody can sit there and just ponder.
I want it now.
They're actually signing
That's too bad. That's too bad. You don't get to know. You have to wait another 40 minutes to see who's getting signed as tank officially after the stream is done.
Are you gonna do a live streaming of roster log?
I will. Honestly, I will. I will do a live of. Wait, actually, I can't. I have to hold up. Let me DM somebody that's able to change the roster.
Yeah, you're really hard to just coach. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on coaching because I have another team I manage. So.
Say we had this whole DM about this because I was trying to get you to sign up.
I can't do it because I'm on coach only. If I could get somebody to do it, I'll do it live too. But I'll just say it live if I can.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
Is Switch Chat gaslighting me? I have a person in Switch Chat saying I single-handedly brought Virt and Cloud out of retirement.
This is true. This is true. He brought me out of retirement. I don't know about Cloud. Actually, wait. Hold on. Let me cook for a second. Actually, I know what he's talking about. So there's a Nebula team that the Eclipse Gaming server has. It's called Lunar. So basically, we took Lunar and we made it a tier 2 team. And the only reason I play on it, off-rolling on tank, is because Using Yapper and I are IRL friends, and he just got into Overwatch as I was quitting. And so he was like, can we play? So we would play like comp and stuff together. And he's like, bro, I want to be on a team. And I was like, well, we have a tier 2 team. And he's like, nah, but I want to play like with you. And so I got on it. And then Cloud had just taken a break from Solar, and we reached out to him and said, hey, do you want to off-roll and play main support for us? And he said, yeah, sure. So actually, he's kind of cooking, maybe, in a sense.
So not complete information.
Only thing I'll say is Cloud was coming back, whether that happened or not. He had been, I don't know if Virt was aware of it, but he had been talking about he was just taking a break so he could focus on himself, so he wasn't playing in the offseason, that was all.
That's what Cloud told everyone else except me, and I have so many DMs to show it, bro, but I'm not going to go in on it. I'm not going to go in on it.
Hey, all I'm saying was Cloud took a little bit of a break to start trialing with Checkmate.
And he's still on Solar. He'll really turn him away.
No, it's not false.
Not true.
It's not false. You can ask everyone. They know about it.
The truth is Cloud DM me, said I can't join you guys because it'd be unfair. So that's what.
Dude, I remember Cloud did send that to me. I do remember.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Screenshots, leak them.
Nah,
weird. It was sent to me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Headrammer, you get it.
Yeah, he gets it.
But
it was actually
anyway,
with all 4 of us actually.
We can shift gears for a second. There is 15 potential teams going into tier 3 for CGL. 15 potential teams.
I doubt we're getting that many.
We might. Didn't we have 14 last season?
I would predict at least double digits are going to be very possible, but I would go to like the 14s probably.
I mean,
so
like less than 24 hours till signups end, and I don't even have a team signed up. Like,
we'll be good.
We really think?
All right, I'm subtracting 5 points from that regular season record for not being signed up yet.
GG's.
Stalemate's already in the
that might be the.
Hey, I'm waiting for the CGO mods to approve SRs.
Yeah,
so.
I'll do it after
We'll do it after the pod.
I didn't realize I had to do a live performance evaluation right now of our new.
Live performance.
Hey, I'm already passing half the mods. I've been here for like 10 times.
I'm not gonna lie. Synarchy deserves the S+. From what I've seen in chats posted about how many he's done, he deserves the S+.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, have you seen the leaderboard? I don't know. The last one I sent was really funny because I finally.
You said like you did like 100 or something in one day, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
There was 100 after overnight, and then another 40 came in after I finished. And I was just doing them. I think Ghost.
Synarchy's at 753 right now.
I will give him
Jesus
credit
Christ.
when I DM'd him about
700.
when he told me that he was gonna do one of my teammates after I told him if I DM'd him when it was done, he would go do it. He did it immediately after I DM'd him. So
And they were done
he's a man of
correctly.
his-
Thank you for that.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I tried to make sure my team had done them correctly. Both of my teams had did them as correctly as possible.
Also, I will say there's only
Okay.
12 pendings. There's not that many pending, and that's not
Oh,
not
there was,
people.
like,
That's individual submissions like of each season.
Yeah.
There's not too many people pending right now.
There was like 50 or something this morning. I guess someone got to it. That's good. Thank God.
But
Yeah,
Anyway,
I think the other 12
I
are my
do-
team. Can someone please do them real quick so I can do live on air, submit my team for sign-ups?
Live on air.
I'm gonna live on air deny your team on sign up.
No!
Yeah.
I will pull up my screen on stream. I will
oh my
deny every
god, let's do it live. We're doing it live.
All right. So, okay. So to continue with what you were saying, Bert, about the 15 teams or whatever.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess well, well, now I have to pull the message back up. GG's.
Well, I mean, I thought we were gonna go with that, and then
I'm
we
gonna
just,
pull it
like-
up. I'm gonna pull it up. I'll pull it up.
NA
But
Pro,
anyway.
it's over.
Yeah, basically, there's 15 potential teams right now. Potential. I want to look at the names real quick, and I want to make like a little tier list. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna
We have a tier list
copy.
maker?
No, I don't have a tier list maker.
This
Yeah.
guy
He's
was
not
rushing
even
home.
prepared.
He wasn't even ready for the
What?
podcast. He was driving home 5
we
minutes
should
before we got
totally have a
involved.
tier list maker. We need one now.
Fine. I'll make it live. I'm making it
make
live.
it live. Make it
Make
live.
it live,
Do it
send it
live.
to me.
Make it live.
No,
Send it
yeah.
to Pickle. All right,
Where's
so
my
I'll
fucking
yap.
keyboard.
I'll yap
So
while
before
he's
you
doing that.
yap,
Oh,
before
go
you
ahead.
yap, anyone who's watching owns a team, please sign up. Please, you're saving us so much.
I agree.
Anyway, cool.
I'll fill the space because I'm really good at yapping. So
Nah.
I want to say that I'll say my announcement now because I doubt I'm going to be able to get anybody else, and we can talk about it while Virt is doing that. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really pleased and excited to hear this tank that gets announced here in a second. So I will let everybody here guess at least one player that they think it's going to be. It is somebody that played in Diamond Tier last season.
Ooh.
That's all I will say.
They poached Tippy. It's over. You can't even.
They are gonna be the best tank in the league. They were probably the best tank in the league last season.
Cap.
Said that about Fatal Turtle and
I mean, Pickle's on
They don't have to
checkmate,
leave
so
for
I don't
personal
know.
reasons.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay, what's your guess, Pickle? What's your guess, Pickle? You go first.
You're saying best tank in the league.
Yep.
I'm seeing a little bit of threads and Overmind Esports right now. I'm saying Brooke.
Okay, so Brooke. Okay, interesting. I like that. That's a good guess. Vert.
It can't be broke. He's playing for Cuddle Puddle.
That doesn't
the
mean we
Vandals
can't. Doesn't mean we can't switch the peoples right away. Last second.
I'm trying to think. I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like from some sort of Eagles team, like Jade Eagles. They played pretty well. Like, what if it was Alex, low key?
Okay. Headrammer, do you have a guess? I know you probably don't pay attention as much to.
Trying to remember tank names. We played tank last
I'm in the
season.
same situation. Don't
Let me
worry.
think.
Don't mention C9. Don't mention C9. Don't mention C9.
No, I'm not going to. I guess.
Oh,
What's it
actually, I think
called?
it is
Wait.
Alex because it's from Alex from Lunar Eclipse. Because I've seen him in
Wasn't-
customs recently. I think that's who it is.
Remind me on Oops All Vibes. Did Zach play tank
Yes.
at all?
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
was. I love Zach, but he was not the best.
Also, Zach does have a lot of IRL stuff right now, so he
Was
is
Ramtech a
not
tank?
actively playing.
Is who?
Ramtech was a tank. You're right. Yeah.
Ramtech
Yeah, I'll do-
was a tank. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Then I'll do Ramtech then.
Okay. That's a good guess. That
probably
person
go-
has a similar hero in their hero pool. That's about all I'll give you. for
Oh
that.
yeah, it's gonna be Tool.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be Alex from
Tool
Oops All
signed
Vibes.
himself despite
Yeah,
being
Tool
Master
signed
Wait,
Chief.
no. Guys, it's Alex from Lunar Eclipse, bro. I've
Synarchy,
seen him in
what's your guess?
customs.
I'm
Tell
just gonna
me.
guess Alex, man. It's the easiest guess I could give right now. I
So-
know already.
So fun
We
fact,
thought-
my name
we
is
thought
Alex.
We thought this person was originally uneligible for the tier, but then we realized that it was different, and with the tank issues we're having, we signed B to tank. I'm gonna coach and play this season.
Wait, you're playing? Who just
He just
left?
left. Tool just left me.
What the? He kicked me. That's crazy.
Wait.
Oh,
Okay, what? Oh god.
So wait,
Wait,
you're saying you're
I'm
gonna be
playing.
the best tank.
Yep,
Wait, you're
100%.
actually allowed to
Jeez.
play?
I'm playing because I'm allowed to play because I hit Masters for the current season, not the season that they needed. So
Oh, wow.
Alright, so great.
Interesting.
Now I have to fight for the best ball in a CGL Diamond again.
it is
There you
me.
go.
I
It's
am
gonna be
playing.
both. I'm kidding.
I told Ghost earlier. I wish he was here, but I told him early, and he was like, "I'll keep it a secret. I'll keep it a secret. It's okay." So he did a good job and kept it a secret very clearly. So I respect him.
Okay, so
that
I'm gonna
Reese
go
guy
ahead.
in chat goes, I guess it's Tool.
Yeah, I know she probably figured who it was, but I appreciate you, Reese, for also keeping it quiet. I kind of just assume whenever I tell Ghost something, it just immediately gets told to Reese. That's okay.
That's a
And
fairly
she's done a
reasonable
good-
assumption.
She's also been very good about keeping stuff quiet, though, so it's okay. I trust them, too, to both keep stuff quiet, so.
I'm just gonna go ahead and move Death Blossoms down 3 ranks, knowing that you're playing now.
Oh, really? Okay, that's a wise decision by you. Not, but...
Dude, I love the fact that Tool's like, yeah, we're gonna announce this like big signing. It's me, guys, and it's just crickets.
I knew people. I just know it's gonna make a lot of people very upset because I know there was a lot of contention with me playing at all last season.
Well, no, the only reason there was a contention was because you kept telling people you weren't gonna play. So that was
I
the
didn't
only-
want to. I didn't want to play last season at all. I really didn't. That's my honest opinion. I didn't want to. This season I didn't want to, but we've had tank issues, and I'd rather just play and give them a good chance to win instead of us scrambling to find a tank last second.
My
And,
question
like,
is, how come do you always have tank problems when I always
I don't
see
know. That's
tank
a good
players,
question. The fatal,
when I see
the
tank
fatal
players
one was
looking
super
for
unplanned.
LFTs?
The fatal one was super unplanned, and it was like last second. And I didn't feel like trying to get somebody else new in as the season's about to start. Literally like a week away from the season. You know what I mean?
I also think you're.
Me and
better
Jack will be
than Fatal.
splitting time. So
Oh yes, Roadhog and Ball, my favorites.
exactly, you get it.
And
wait to
Death
play the
Blossoms
Ana.
is the least favorite team ever.
I mean,
All
we
I'm saying is
already
Road-
won though. Were we not though? Like, were we not the least favorite? Everybody hates me, so it's okay.
Oh no, I think a certain team went above you guys just recently.
That might be true, but they also really hate me, so that's okay. I've seen
Oh
things.
yeah.
That's all I'll say is I've seen things. They
No,
really
no.
don't
It's like
me.
everyone pointing the gun at this new team, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, we're gonna keep the spare one pointing at Death Blossom."
Yeah, that's okay. I understand, but no. So yeah, it's me. Hi.
Hi, welcome
Hi.
to Death Blossom.
Welcome
will-
to Death Blossoms.
thank you. But yeah, so I will actually be playing this season. So I
Okay,
wish
well,
everybody the
It's
best.
just gonna be
of
one of
luck.
those situations where it's like the Jake on the Outlaws, where Coach Jake subs in Player Jake or something like that.
Exactly, pretty much, exactly what it's gonna
Oh,
be.
like
Headrammer.
Danny
It's
from
exactly what it's gonna
Defiant
be.
from last season in OWCS.
Yeah.
Yep, but yeah, so I will be playing quite a bit. Like I'm basically gonna plan to have myself as the starting tank, but Jack will get a good amount of time. There won't necessarily be a starter. It'll be me and Jack together in tandem. So
Okay, well, thank you for sharing.
of course, I'm
yes,
sure you're
so,
very happy.
I
I'm sure you're
just
very
finished. I just finished. So now I gotta send this to your or am I gonna be able to share this? Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to share this because I
Why is
didn't
that?
make it on an account.
Oh
Wait, can
my
I down-
Oh
god.
my god, dude.
GG's. Hold on, I have an account.
Wait, what-
All right, we're gonna
I'll
continue.
say what you could do is you could.
No, it'll
look
take
up
me
this-
2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Headrammer, I wanted to hear it. So why don't you go ahead?
Oh, I was gonna say, it's the same way I'm sending you my camera. You can also screen share through it.
That's true. He could do that.
Nick,
But-
But
yeah,
Bert has an
Bert can just do
iPad. I
what
think you're forgetting
Bert's gonna do what Bert's gonna do. It's okay.
I can still screen share. What?
It's fine. It's fine, Bert. Just do
It's
what you were gonna
that.
do.
Yeah,
It's okay.
do what you're gonna do, Vert. I guess in the meantime, while Vert's gonna do that, I will announce my roster. At least kind of
Oh, yeah.
who I have signed, because I'm still gonna trial a few more people and get it. But right now, I have
You're less than
7.
48 hours.
True.
Right
No-
now, I have 7
No, Siri,
players
I'm not talking
signed
to
to
you.
my roster. 6 of them are published on the site right now. But the first one is Railgun, formerly from Rat Milkers. He was the tank player during
Okay.
the
Wait.
Eclipse Gaming Summer Showdown. And what I
Fire?
will say is he is not just going to play tank. So you guys will have
Fire?
a lot of fun watching that. Second player, Barbecue Chicken 24, formerly BGSU, formerly Rookie of the Season, formerly Ratmokers for
Jeez.
like a month, and was trialing for Checkmate. I really love the guy. I see a lot of potential. He's gonna do great things. Next one, you guys know this. You guys know the name, but not the player. Joe Biden.
I fear the name.
Joe Biden.
Biden!
Joe
He
Biden
signed
is
the
playing
ex-president.
on Stalemate. So you will be
What?
seeing a lot of.
That old man still got it. Jesus.
Yeah, he kind of forgets to, not int, but we're gonna figure that out. Next player, I know Virt, you probably remember this guy. I know a couple people from season 14 remember him. Former Golden Hour DPS, Devin. Devin is making a return to CGL Diamond. Also,
All right.
was on a tier 2 team last season. And now going to tier 3. I don't know if he retired. I don't know if he got kicked out. But he's now on Stalemate. Welcome to the team Theory.
Theory?
Theory is
Solid
on
skill player.
Stalemate. And
Y'all got like 2 good players, so.
yeah.
Wow. All
Damn.
right.
I'm playing.
Wow.
This next player, formerly BGSU, was trialing for Ratmokers. Was on
Yeah.
Oops before the ultimate collapse. Welcome to the team, Jimbo.
Jimbo. Jim
And
Bob.
my final
Bob
Which
player
is a really
to
satisfying name to say.
reveal, and I just signed him just now, although we're going to have to end up making a account for him. Because he is brand new, has never played before. His name is Griffin. He is a dog. He may not be the prettiest thing on the market right now, but he's a dog. You will learn his name quickly.
Heard?
Alrighty. I will say
That was-
that is a great tier list, by the way, Vert. None
Thank
of the
you.
names are remotely on the screen fully, except for
Oh
a couple.
my
but
God.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
know who is who though, based off of
Yeah,
what it's
thanks.
going on. I think.
Oh,
Listen,
Yeah, it's
y'all
perfect.
asked me to do it live. I did it live, bro.
Oh.
I feel like, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like for like half the time, which you screenshotted these things, you could have just screenshotted the CJ website too for the logos.
No, but half of them weren't signed up. That's the problem.
That's the
we're
issue,
excited.
yeah.
The team isn't even like ready.
I thought I'd be
It's okay.
fair. You know what?
It's
I'll be
okay.
fair.
It's okay. We know. We understand.
We've done more scuffed.
Get the scuff prod up on there, Pickle.
Yeah, hold on. Like, what the fuck
Get
is this?
get that ugly
I don't even
scuff
know what this
thing up
is.
there. I know which one. I know who gaming is because that's definitely Wawa Gaming. I know that one. That's gotta be Wawa.
Oh my god. I made it.
Alright, you guys
Look,
able to
y'all
see
can
this?
see. You can see. Look, you can tell.
Oh, what is
You can
this
tell.
one? What is this one? Ekmate?
That's
Who is-
that's
who is
checkmate, bro.
Ekmate?
You can tell.
It's
Good
Ekmate
job,
now.
bro.
Sorry.
my favorite team.
Sorry,
Ekman.
Who is blue?
That's
one I don't
Frontier
know.
Blue. It's like
Who is
Frontier Blue. or something.
Who is Ched?
Who is Ched? Who is Ched? Hold on, let me see. I don't even know who Ched is. Let me check.
You had
It's,
one job.
Listen, I didn't even know this was a job I was gonna have. Jesus. No one loves me anymore.
Alright.
Oh, it's
So-
Bewitched. It's Bewitched.
Bewitched.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Let's just start
everyone,
with
we're
the
not
obvious
calling them
ones.
Bewitched. We're calling them
Is that team
Ched
just
from
called
now
gaming?
on.
Just
No,
go
it's
ahead and
Wawa. It's Wawa Gaming. It's
just
Wawa.
go ahead and do the obvious stuff. Go ahead and put Solar Nest here, and then we can go on to 8 here.
Alright, so Death
whoa.
Blossom.
Okay, we all have to have an opinion. This is a tier list together, okay, guys? I think Solar can be an S. I agree with Bert. I think Solar
Yeah.
can be an S.
Solar is S. Ratmilk. Well, I guess Ratmilk. I don't know about Ratmilkers,
S
but
does stand for
Solar.
Solar Eclipse.
Does everybody
Solar-
else agree that Solar
I
S
mean,
makes sense?
And I don't know why you wouldn't
Yeah.
agree. They made grand finals. They made grand
I mean,
finals.
I
Top
think
two
we made them a few
teams.
times, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just a fair question to ask everybody. Everybody's opinion matters, okay? Headrammer, do you think Solar is going to be good again this season?
Probably. I didn't get a chance, unfortunately, to watch the tournament. I was way too busy. But from what I've seen on the roster, probably, yeah.
Okay.
Subtle plug.
Pickle.
All the VODs are now on Eclipse Gaming TV on YouTube, so feel free to watch those if you have any questions.
Yeah, get our watch time up. We need that money. I'm playing.
Yeah, to invest in new tier list logos.
I'll
Dog,
save my.
I see your fucking time and date up here on Solar.
Yeah, so
How
that
much
way you know it's.
does he have left?
Oh, you can't see that. You can't see that.
Yeah, I
Oh, it's
see.
zero,
I see
dang.
going back to search. You know.
All right, Death Blossoms. I think. Man, we needed like an S plus and then S because I. You know what? No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be a butthole. We can put Death Blossoms in S.
I was about to say, you sure you don't want to put my team next to yours? Yeah, I was about to say you might regret that one now.
Can we rename
Not
the
S.
Can we rename S tier to the Sheets tier?
Sheets.
Yeah.
The
Sheets.
Sure, we can do
Okay.
that. I'm okay with it.
What, we
Put
just
No,
doing-
it's
we're
with
doing
the Z.
acronyms
It's with the
now?
Z.
With the Z, it's with the Z. Yeah.
Z?
Sheets, Z at the end. Yeah.
Sheets. Yeah.
I don't know
And
who.
then also, put Solar back down. What are you doing, Pickle? Put it back down to the team.
Bro, salty
I
for
feel
real.
like
I did you a favor. It says not S.
Yeah, he did.
True. All right, so then Sheena. I don't know anything about that team. I don't know where Cloud found them. All I know is that they put LFP posts out, so they were looking to play in CGL. So
I think we should have a I don't have a clue tier because I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
want to
there's a
be
few
nice.
teams that we don't know.
I want to be nice here. So let's have a I don't know because I have zero clue who they are or what they're doing.
Okay.
get on that Pickle stat.
Yeah, I got you.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
D's
you
in the wrong, so it's fine. You know, that's fine. That's fine to me.
know, I don't know why D's above C, but okay.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we can put
Shinigami.
Sheena. I mean, checkmate. I think checkmate can be put in A. But I don't know what
I have a bit. I say I don't know. If it's information, I've at least put them in S. At least
I'm gonna
at the
put them
bottom
as
S and S.
I'm gonna
We're
put
gonna
them
end up
as
with every team in S and then just teams that I don't know. Is that what's gonna be?
no. Trust me, there will be
Realize
teams else
that.
places.
There will be
There
teams
will
in other places.
there will be
yeah,
team
I
as
get you.
places. I promise you that.
Listen.
I
one.
see teams that won't be in S. It's just we're going through all the teams that we've already played in this tournament that all made it far. So
I
will-
respect y'all's opinion. I do. And I love checkmate. I think I've told Pickle and told Reese. Outside of Solar, I'm personally rooting for their success. My thing is when the lights were on, bro. I don't know, man. I feel
I'm
like
okay
they
with
just don't
A tier.
have.
I'm okay
I feel like until I see it, they don't have the it factor. You know, like they can't get over the. Oh, GG's.
That's fair.
Oh.
You know what? Until they prove it, I'm okay with A tier. I'm cool with that.
And the only reason I would have Death Blossoms in S tier over Checkmate is because Death Blossoms has made a grand finals recently. So it's
We
like,
also got. I don't want to talk about that grand finals, but it's okay.
but you made it.
We
Hey,
did
I'm
make
giving
it.
you credit. I'm giving you
did.
credit. So you
You
better
did.
take
I
it.
Reese makes a valid point in Twitch chat. I will say, put them in A. They only beat the two teams in S so far in the tournament.
You know what? That just because of
But
that.
here's
put
the
them in S.
thing. Here's
Put
the
'em in
thing. When they beat Solar, and I'm not making excuses. They beat Solar. They did. But my thing was, and I said it before. Y'all can quote me. Y'all can go back and clip it. I said the longer this bracket went on, the better Solar would get. You couldn't even beat the team that Solar 3-0'd twice.
I'm just
After
saying.
you beat them once. So that's just like, I understand they beat them on day one, and it was a good win. I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm not making any excuses. Solar lost. They had to wait a while to play. Checkmate had to play a while to play. They had to wait a while to play. But my thing is you didn't even beat the team that beat you twice. That Solar beat twice. So it's like, you know, I don't know. Now I don't know what happened with Death Blossoms. Death Blossoms came out on a Doomfist comp with JML. So I don't know. Jeez.
Yeah, that was a weird choice. I saw JML doom in when are we throwing here?
Like I said, we were trying things. That it was glorified scrims for us from the get go.
We can put Checkmate in A. I think Pickle just said he had to run off to do so. We are running a little long here, so
Yeah.
just imagine that Checkmate's in A.
A tier for checkmate is fine.
I would personally put them in low S, but yeah, A tier, just because they did have a bit of a rocky start or rocky end to the tournament.
Yeah.
They had a great start, and then it just kind of got
Yeah.
rocky.
You agree with that, Headrammer? A tier for the C9 Master Pickle, or you have a different opinion?
Yeah, I think for each C9 it goes down a tier, honestly.
Okay, so we'd have them in like
they'd
B tier then.
be D.
Yeah.
There was a single game where they did C9 3 times in one time.
That was
Although to be fair, I will
insane.
give Pickle credit. 2 of them were not his fault after watching back what I saw, because he trusted his team to touch the point because he said he wasn't going to be able to.
Yeah, it was
Valid.
crazy.
But
All
yeah,
right, so then
Matt's
Rat
very A
Milkers,
tier.
I would probably put Rat Milkers in I don't know, just because they've had so many roster
I'm
changes.
putting them in B tier.
I don't know if we can confidently say that. They had their
Yes,
Genji
I can.
specialist.
They lost their 2 best players. They're
Okay.
going to B tier.
Okay.
They're going to
alright,
B tier.
Okay.
They lost their 2 best players. 2 best players. They're going to B tier. I'm dying on that hill.
I will say something here. I'll pull it up right now. They did scrim Stalemate not that long ago.
Okay, and Stalemate is average.
Again, Stalemate has some of their best players. We still did not do good then. It was a trial period. I will say I would put them in A to B. They are
Okay,
still
cool.
a good
So
Okay,
B
fine.
tier.
I'll settle with B because I just don't know enough about them.
To be fair, we haven't seen much, but for the little bit I did see, I was very sick yesterday, so I didn't really get to pay attention half of the game. But there were a few times where they were looking like they were on the ropes against them, and then other times it looked like we didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
I will say B tier. I'm confidently gonna put the B.
Right.
I don't care.
Well, when Pickle gets back, we will update the graphics.
Headrammer, what do
Yeah.
you think if a team loses its 2 best players in the span of a month? They drop tiers, right? Definitely.
Think about the save. To be honest with you, like I don't know a single thing. I don't know
They
about
were
that.
in last season, yeah. The only things I think you'd never even recognize, like a few of the names, like barbecue chicken and stuff like that. But even then, I don't know how much you paid attention to Diamond Tier last season.
Was it an out? Depending on the time, but I remember barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't
even
know.
then
I'll defer to you guys on this one.
Okay,
Fair
that's
enough.
I'd say B.
All right. Cuddle
Puddle
Puddle.
Puddle. Put them
D.
boys in A tier. They're
B
A
tier.
tier. A.
No, I'm kidding.
Put him in C for Cuddle Puddle.
No,
Listen,
A. They're A.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. I got one word. Are you ready? 0-6.
They did in fact not win a map or match.
Glorified
They win
scrims.
maps.
They didn't have their GOAT Battle Josh at all, so A tier.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
I'm gonna say
Josh.
B.
We
Put
Checkmate
in
Red,
A.
Blue, Blue.
Yeah,
All
Rat
right.
Milkers B, and then we're talking about no.
That doesn't look like A tier, Fair Pickle.
Like, it's
I disagree,
even
but
Reese
okay.
agreed. You gotta put it in A. You gotta put it in A. Even Reese kind of agreed.
But
Which
I think-
are kind of all over.
I think Cuddle Puddle is B tier in my opinion until proven otherwise.
I'll take B at least, but they're A in my hearts. But I'll take B at least.
After the tournament showing, it's hard to
They
really say
didn't
because I don't think
have
anyone has
their
seen it.
main support. Period.
Okay, there are so many people missing players all the
Yeah,
time.
Checkmate literally
that's
didn't have
fine.
players from like the
But
most
main
important
support
games.
is giga important. If you don't have your Lucio player who's good at Lucio, crazy. The difference is crazy.
There were some maps they definitely should have won even without him because there were maps that I know they would.
I agree. I agree 100%. Okay, but having Battle Josh in literally helps how they play. Their play style is included with Battle Josh.
But I think B tier is generous considering they didn't win a single game.
That's fine. I will take your generosity.
They won a game. Technicality.
I will move it down.
Yeah, they won a
I will
game off
move
a
my A
technicality.
tier. I will adjust my A tier to a B tier if your generosity says B tier. I will gladly take that.
If my generosity.
If Cuddle is B tier, I think Checkmate deserves S tier, but you know.
Freak Watch. I don't know. We can put him in the I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
No one knows who these are.
What do you
That's a W
think?
name.
Hold up, we didn't get Headrammer's opinion on Cuddle. That might be one of the teams he has an opinion
yeah.
on. He knows Cuddle.
It is true. We don't ask Headrammer. The one team I
Yeah.
know.
I don't know anything about the recent performance of Cuddle. I liked Cuddle last season for sure. I mean, based on your arguments, B sounds pretty reasonable to me.
There we
Fair
go.
enough.
I say if you're going off last season, I would have put them in S, but after the tournament, it definitely lowered them down a bit. But yeah, they were the most standout team, just off the fact they ran the most wild comps without a coach and still managed to put every team into like
They had a
situation.
coach. They had a
my
coach.
bad. They did. My bad. I forgot they had a coach. But still, the fact they were out of like they went from I think their first ever match was streamed against Solar on week 1, getting 3-0'd. And I was talking to them about this, and then they went 3-0, 3-1, then they 3-2'd us,
And then
and
lost
then we had
3-2.
another close 3-2 game after that.
Yeah.
They made the best comeback of like all time. Like they even beat DB in mid-season, which nobody saw coming. We expected DB to meet us in grand finals that day. They don't sleep on their day. That's what I would say.
Geo, my goat.
You're the goat. All right, Phantoms. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. If they're coming back with the same management and same cores, yeah, I agree with Pickle.
I think
No.
C tier if they're coming back with the same players, but that's just my opinion.
Panthers wasn't terrible, but yeah, no, they definitely had some. They made playoffs. We can't sleep on them that hard. 'cause
Yeah,
they're gonna- remember,
exactly.
they're-
Exactly.
They
every team is
did-
going to make playoffs.
They did make playoffs, but they had the easiest easiest midseason schedule, like on the first half of the midseason, than any other team. They played Tormenting Tentacles, then they had a DQ. Like they went 3-1 to start the season, and then they finished 3-4 or 3-5.
Hey,
So like,
C tier. He made playoffs.
They,
C
they
tier.
still, yeah, I would put them in C because there are teams.
Okay.
There are teams I expect that I would put lower. One thing I will say though is as well. There was we're saying they had an easy schedule, but do you remember the schedule Solar had for second week? We had to verse all the Eagles teams and then TTT. We did not have that much of a different schedule. I know
4-0.
we did prove
Higher.
ourselves. But if we're
I mean,
going off of how
to
we
be
made it
fair,
to the playoffs,
one
all
of
them
those games was
better.
closer than the others.
Pickle.
We only were down Hollander and I had to play DPS, but yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
that's where you're on now, though.
we had
so
the
like,
season. We had the season 15
is fair.
Roll Star out of the game, out of the game because his computer wasn't working.
No,
Yeah,
his-
but
his
the other
Wi-Fi just
DPS
died
Roll
on us.
Star was in the game.
Bro,
That is true.
get this guy
Okay.
out of here. Get this guy
Okay.
out of here.
what do you think, Headrammer Phantoms? They were a team from last season, so you might have an
I can
opinion.
confirm their team from last season. I mean, they got 0-2 out of playoffs, I believe.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame them for that. Though. They did have to verse what was it, Solar and
So it looks like
then-
Solar than Jade Eagles.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
not a. That was
that's
not
rough.
easy first two matches compared to some other teams that had it.
Yeah. Based on that, and also where I looked at their leaderboard ranking, I think C makes sense.
okay. That's fair. I think we're only getting one Eagles team, correct?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Diamond Eagles.
Okay, so then we'll
Jade
just
is
do
moving
just we'll just do Diamond Eagles. Then. I mean,
Probably
if they're like
C tier.
a mesh of their teams, basically, where it's like the best players that are still Diamond playing Diamond, I'd probably put them B tier, but I have no idea what's actually happening. So
Is this
I don't
I
think B's a
think
bad
where my
idea.
expertise has to come in?
probably
Yeah.
like is it like the best of their players that are still playing
so-
Diamond then, or
So Diamond Eagles, they're coming in Jada's and Masters. Diamond Eagles has a whole new roster. What I will say is they may not be as good as what Diamond Eagles was whenever they played Solar, but I don't think they are the worst team.
so probably C tier you would say then is
I
what
would
I'm
say they're
understanding.
maybe even with Phantoms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so C tier's fine with me then. If I trust Pickle's knowledge of that team, so
And then we
I'll
put
go
Jade
with
Eagles.
They
can-
could be
They're not gonna
way
be in.
worse. We don't know. How
We
about
could
this?
probably
Jade Eagles.
low
We're
key-
gonna say Jade Eagles is Stalemate. How about that?
Is there no Stalemate in here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's no
no stalemate in here
stalemate.
because it wasn't on the list. Because the team was
Okay.
made after the list of clouds, so we'll just say Jade Eagles is stalemate.
Yeah, okay. Yep,
Okay.
Jade Eagles is Stalemate. I'd probably put them B tier.
Yeah, I think high B. I think high B.
I will say this just from experience of it because Pickle wasn't here when I said it before. I'd put them below Rat Milkers because we did have a bit of a bad scrim against them, but we also were doing trials. I would
That's
put them
fair.
beside it.
So
It was
yeah,
very
I'm
clo-
cool.
Some fights were close, some were not close at all. It just kind of depended on who we had in and who was playing. And what
Okay.
the plan was.
Only two of the remaining teams I know things about, so we can put the first one and I don't know, the second one, the Hunters one and I don't know, and then the Fuso
Oh, no, but Hunters has
suspenders
Ace
and I don't know, I
Matrix.
guess as well.
Hunters actually
Hunters
has
Ace
like
Matrix. We have some people we know in there.
Hunters
for
is
real?
also like signed up too all the way now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fully signed up. Hunters is in the tournament confirmed.
Yeah,
They have-
I
they
would
have Ace
based off of
Matrix?
what
They have
based
Ace
off what I've
Matrix
seen
and
on the roster.
Cha-Cha Slide.
I would put
D
them
tier,
C-
D
I
tier.
would put them C tier based off what I've seen, but
Listen,
maybe D. I'd probably, you know what? I kind of agree with Virt. Probably D tier. Based
D-tier
off
they
the
have
Cha-
Cha-Cha Slide and Ace Matrix playing on the same team. They might not even win a single
Yeah,
match.
Cha Cha Slide wasn't
Last time
great
you
last
said that,
season.
Virt, that did not end well. Do not jinx it again. Last time you said that team won the tournament, so.
Oh yeah, EIG Hunters, they're winning it all.
If they win the whole tournament, I will. I don't know.
We're blaming Virt. We're
I-
blaming
Yeah,
Virt on
blame
the
me.
podcast.
Caster's curse. Caster's curse.
It's not even casters at this point. It's
They
full
may
on
not
Virt
win
curse.
on that.
We might not even win
I'll
out
make
there.
4-0 grand finals. Like,
And
yeah,
any
that
thoughts
was
on that new
crazy.
team that signed up all the way, Headrammer? Because I mean, technically they're signed up, so I guess you could see their ranks. Any thoughts?
Yeah, you said the team was what was it called again?
EIG Hunters.
EIG Hunters.
Oh, EIG Hunters. I feel like I remember another EIG team before.
Yeah.
I'm
weird.
looking at their ranks wise. If I was just going purely off ranks, I would say they'd be DC, because it's what right now is it?
Yeah, I would put them D though, then off of ranks though, because like that's like it's plat
Type.
3, diamond 3, plat 3.
I mean, the team
plat
was just a
3,
flat team
plat
playing a
1.
Diamond World. It looks like they're playing up because of one of their players. So I think it's probably a reasonable expectation that they're going to struggle a bit. I mean, obviously they could be in a situation where they don't, but I think it's an uphill battle
They could also
based
sell
on
more players.
just simply rank
Wait,
stuff.
Exactly.
Wait. Is Ons on Stalemate?
Ooh. Oh, Ons?
Is
he
Ons on
is still
Stalemate?
He's not
trialing.
signed.
He's still trialing.
Okay. If he signs to Stalemate's A tier. That guy's insane. That guy's cracked.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the
I'm
shock
not
and everything.
I was about to say the same thing, Headrammer. I was literally about to say the same
If
thing.
we get Ons somehow, I think Headrammer's gonna step in and tell us. Yeah,
They're like,
no.
you know, I'm like, I don't know if this guy's rank will fit into this tier, so I had to forget you.
Yeah, he only played
Okay.
Overwatch League. It's fine.
All right. So the only other one I know anything about is Ched and Gaming, Wawa Gaming. I think Wawa Gaming is going to be like a solid B tier. I've heard things about them from like Cloud.
I will put them B. So I've scrimmed them multiple times. I know their management. I would put them top of B tier currently is where I would
Okay.
have them, and with room to improve. Because this is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is their first time joining a league. Maybe I could be wrong. I think it is their first time joining a league, so they are solid. So they've done okay against DB and scripts. So
We can put the first one in I don't know, and then the last one Fuso Splendorous and I don't know.
That's fair.
Okay,
I don't
this
think
first,
this
this
kind of
first
team
team,
signing
I
up.
don't even know what the name is. The
It's like
blue?
Frontline Blue or something.
frontline blue, yeah. Put them in. I don't know.
And then
Yeah, a lot of
Fuso
these have just been kind of
Suspenders,
found
that's
them through
the
LFT posts.
EU NA Diamond team that iShadowy has.
I want to clarify a minute. How do you say both EU and NA in this? Like, as in, has a mix of players for it, or they're playing both regions?
Apparently, it's an EU team playing an NA Diamond.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting.
you want to join
Yeah.
on
So
the,
wait,
the-
you said
the-
Shadows. You said Shadows running that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put him a D tier, little bro.
Damn!
Aw.
He said,
All right.
he said shadows.
No. Behind Hunters. Behind Hunters. Order matters.
No.
Behind
Do you
Hunters.
do you really think Ace Matrix is above Fuso Suspenders?
Yes. If Shadow's running it, yes.
Damn.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my
I
opinion.
did find their team page, and as I look at it, I would not put them in D. I don't recognize any names. But I'm looking at like just player wise and sort of like SR wise. I wouldn't put them in D. It's D1, Plat 3, and then someone who hasn't placed. But I've done some SR placements for them, and they're like mid diamond. So if
Okay,
we're putting
so-
people in C for being like flat, like low diamond, I feel like they should at least be C with them.
All right.
That's
fine.
fair, I agree.
We'll put them
If
top
that's-
C.
if that's-
All right, now this team, Ched, Bewitched, bro. Listen, this is a team. This is the first team I played on
Ooh.
as an org, bro. All right, it's my old org before I went off. And yeah, go ahead, make a new one. All right, this is a team that I genuinely. This is a team that I genuinely hoped does not win a single map. I hope they don't win anything. I hope they quit
Damn.
halfway through and they withdraw from the tournament.
Damn, please don't withdraw. Makes
I hope they withdraw, bro. And I hope when Solar plays them, they get flashbacks. I hope they get devious flashbacks of what could have been, bro. I hope they're thinking about
Even
it.
the same players in there?
Yeah, bro. Same management
there.
too, bro.
Oh, okay.
Same
The only
that makes more
reason-
sense.
This team is the reason that Solar Eclipse started, bro. Because Cloud, Xerneas, and I all met on that team, and we thought it was terrible. The management was terrible. All of it was terrible. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to set anyone up for failure. But it was all terrible. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. And I brought Cloud and Xerneas with me, and we made some new player. Bro, Junk was crazy, bro.
So
actually,
Virt's the
low-key, shout out
poacher.
him.
Virt's the poacher.
Low-key, shout out. Yeah, Virt the poacher, bro, for real. No, but low-key, shout out to them for starting the run of dominance that Solar Eclipse was. But I think it's funny that they're trying to come back to CGL because they're like a plat team. And the only person I will name, Aseneth, she's like a glorified silver player. And they always glaze her, and they've always played her anyway. And they played her over Xerneas.
Oh.
Junk was terrible, bro.
This guy's
Junk
I'm not
was
name
terrible.
dropping. He only dropped the
So
entire.
good.
I'll name
management
drop her, bro. I'll name
No,
drop her,
no,
bro.
no.
Just-
Virt.
I
If-
think I
If what you're saying is true, Checkmate actually somehow got a scrim with them one time. It was not close.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
think
I'm telling you, bro.
I think
It's
the
terrible.
summer showdown between Cuddle Puddle and Checkmate was actually longer than the scrim.
5-map scrim was faster than a best of 3. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I
anyway, that's
I-
just. I hope they don't win anything.
I might need a main support emergency sub for that series, so you can get your get back if you want one.
He's
Oh yeah,
it-
only if Headrammer will let me, bro. Let me, bro. Just throw a game. Just throw a game, bro.
E-subs
God.
are allowed. E-subs are allowed. You know, they're allowed.
Ringers
Yeah, but
are
Virt's
allowed,
Masters
but
of
you'd have
Effective.
But I'm M4, bro.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah, he wouldn't be allowed. Yeah.
Wait, are you M4 the seasons that matter? GG's.
Headrammer. Just this once, blow, bro.
No,
Just this
no,
one.
no,
They're not
no,
gonna
no.
win anyway. They're not gonna
He'd
win
make an
anyway.
exception.
You can play on my account. I got you. I'll let
No,
you.
no, you can get banned for that.
No.
I didn't say Headrammer heard nothing. You heard
You know,
nothing.
I do like how some of the early stuff of the podcast started like, we're not going to be toxic today.
It's
Yeah,
me
that
and
was
Virt.
the
We're all.
first thing.
It's me and Virt. We're always toxic. That's what makes the podcast go.
The last podcast we had was literally me and Ghost sitting in a corner while these two were toxic and just telling them like, hey, I was DMing the teams they were being toxic, saying like they don't mean it, please don't get
Oh, I meant everything I said. I meant everything I
Yeah,
said.
they
That
did.
Yeah.
was-
I was
Hey,
saying
if
Virt.
you
I had to
if you
Virt.
ever get a DM from Synarchy speaking on behalf of me, he does not represent me.
Same.
No, I'm making sure that Solar doesn't burn down to the ground with Virt. That's my goal.
All right. Well, we are running way longer than I thought we would, but this was a fun time. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate again, Headrammer, thank you so much for coming on. Pickle, thank you so much for making it happen. This is probably by far one of my favorite things that we've gotten to do as an org. In all seriousness, once signups are done, we'll have another podcast episode next week before the first games happen, so we can have like a more educated tier ranking, and it'll be a lot better. I'll have the logos and everything.
It won't be
blah, blah,
half
blah.
half pictures of their names.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it. This is probably one of the funnier episodes we've done, I think. So, anyone have any shout outs or anything anyone want to say before we head off?
They just
Shout out
fucking
Headrammer to
nerfed
go.
ball again. What the fuck?
Did they really?
Yeah,
Damn.
Blizzard Shadow nerfed his boot by 25%. What the fuck?
Honestly, I'm fine with this.
No,
fine
it's
with
not okay. It's not.
Headrammer hates ball players.
There goes
bro.
half my tank pool.
Bro, I mean,
GG.
look, I'm usually playing like support in the end, so like screw Doom, screw Ball, just get him out of the game. I'd be fine with that, honestly.
I'm okay with
Valid.
the Doom one. We can remove Doom. I'm cool with that one.
Put Doom back in DPS.
Make
I'm
Doom a
honestly
support
okay
player.
with
That's worse. That one's worse. I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
no,
that'd
I
be
would
very
rather
helpful.
have DPS Doom. At least he dies.
He dies, but he
Dude,
one
you-
shots you across the map half the
At
time.
least
Like,
you
alright.
can kill him though. You
Do
can
we-
kill him
do-
at least.
Do you remember Doom on DPS? He had the same shield perk as he does now, but they didn't buff it when he turned tank. He still got the same amount of overhealth as he does now.
I know that, but he at least was killable. Okay, you stunned him and he died. That's all it was.
remember-
That's all it took was
I
one
remember
good
like
time.
half my history in Overwatch 1 was like I would be behind like 3 teammates. He somehow bridge the gap right through and just nail me in the
Red
back
Sea
line. I'm
part.
like, you kidding me?
The Red Sea has parted to kill Headrammer.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, new biblical sayings were brought off of this moment in my life.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this Doom debate before we go an extra hour long. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week with another episode. Once the teams are registered, we're gonna get into a deep dive on what CGL is gonna look like for Tier 3. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining.
Please do your signups, please.
Please sign up.
Please.
Someone
Wait until
screenshot
the
that.
last second, make Synarchy's life hell.
It already is hell.
No.
I don't need it anymore.
If you guys need personalized support, you can DM Synarchy directly on Discord.
Aaron, getting enough DMs from people asking questions, please. No more.
Dude, I'm gonna be completely
Yeah,
honest. I
actually,
think the
you
stream
have.
just ended because it was buffering on the preview.
That's fine, whatever.
It's not
GG's.
buffering on my end.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
It did catch our little. It did catch our end.
W.
Well, we can end it there though. GG's. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh no,
Yes, I got a football
stream
stream I gotta
suddenly
go.
ended, guys.